Fine, he said, still groaning. But I want to meet his father. The woman in front of us looked at the kid who's sitting on the other couch alone. He's an orphan, Mr. Mondragon, the guidance counselor said in a very sad voice. His parents died due to a car accident that happened last week. I felt a twitch in my heart as I looked at the kid, who's silently sitting on that chair. Tila nakita ko ang nangyari sa aking mga magulang sa kanya. I can see myself in him. I'm sorry but his uncle can't come today. Teacher Laika said. He said that he doesn't care anymore about Melvin. What the? Galit na wika ko at pabaalyang tumayo. What do you mean by that? Miss Ramirez, Melvin will be sent to an orphanage later tonight, Teacher Laika said in a sad tone. We don't know what happened. Tila nagliyab ako sa galit sa aking narinig. Melvin uncle doesn't care anymore. Just like my relatives is. Kung ako kinaya ko dahil 15 years old ako nang mawala ang parents ko. Pero si Melvin, he's just a kid. Tell them to take Melvin in my house. I said. But Miss Ramirez, you can't just take Melvin with you. I know, I said and called someone who can really help me, Jane. I need your help. Lula ng sasakyan ay bumiyahe kami patungo sa isang restaurant, malapit sa school ng mga bata. Since may sasakyang dala rin si Gabriel, ay nag-convoy na lang kami. Sapphire and Amber decided to be with their father, while Gemstone decided to go with me. Which is hindi na bago. I sighed and looked at my rear view mirror and saw Melvin's stoic face just looking at the window. Mama, why did you bring him with us? Iritableng wika ni Gemstone Troy. I will explain later but for now, shut your mouth, Gemstone. We haven't talked yet, just wait till we arrived at home. Agad naman na natahimik ito. I never called him with that name, kaya't alam niya na seryoso ako. Melvin, marahang wika ko. His brown orbs darted into mine. Are you okay? He sighed and just nodded before looking away. What a brat, I heard Gemstone said. Nang may parada ang sasakyan sa tapat ng resto, ay patalon na lumabas si Gemstone, kaya't lumapit ako sa kabilang side upang pagbuksan si Melvin. Tahimik lang itong nakasunod kay Gemstone, kaya't lumapit na ako sa kanya, at hinawakan ang kanyang kamay. Nakita ko pa ang panakaw na pagsulyap nito, ngunit hindi ko na pinansin at tuloy-tuloy nang pumasok sa loob. Mama, Sapphire said pero natigilan ito nang makita si Melvin. I chuckled when I saw her blush. Nang may ayos ang apat ay saka lang ako naupo sa tabi ni Gabriel. How's your day? Rinig kong wika niya. Just fine, I said. Still looking at Melvin. You're not planning to adopt him, don't you? Rinig kong bulong ni Gabriel. I just shrugged. Am I planning? Hindi ko rin alam. Ikaw, kamusta sa GM? Bored. Bakit naman? Nakakunot noo kong wika. Dahil wala kayo doon, he said winking that made me blush. So I immediately looked away. Are you blushing? Pangungulit niya pa, kaya't inirapan ko na siya. I'm not. Okay sabi mo eh, he said with a tone of maliciousness in his voice. Good thing our order arrived to save me, in an embarrassment in front of this man. Kaya't tahimik kaming kumain not until I noticed Melvin. Ni wala siyang kinukuha na kahit ano. Nakatingin lang siya sa amin na kumakain. Wala ka bang nagustuhan? Tanong ko. Umiling lang ito at nag-iwas ng tingin. Sisandukan ko na sana siya nang maunahan ako ni Gemstone. Eat up, or I will beat you. Gemstone, I said. Mukha lang talagang masungit, at walang pakialam si Gemstone sa mundo. But to me, he's the sweetest. He's just embarrassed na ayaw niyang ipakita ito. But his actions are really something else. I sighed and just smiled, pero pumasok na naman sa isip ko si Trina. Is she still in that asylum? Wala sa sarili kong bulong. May sinasabi ka, wika ni Gabriel, na nilalagyan ng ulam ang plato. Ngumiti lang ako at umiling. Paranoid lang siguro ako. Ayan, malinis ka na, I said and brushed Melvin blonde hair. Guwapong bata si Melvin, his hair is naturally blonde, he has a beautiful gray eyes, pointed nose, and cute chubby cheeks. Hindi naman siya matabang bata, pero ang laki lang ng pisngi niya. Mama, is he really gonna stay here? Gemstone said. Gemstone, mariin kong wika, kaya't tahimik itong naglakad paupo sa couch. Melvin, do you want to stay with us? Hindi ito nagsalita at nanatiling tahimik, kaya't binuhat ko na lang siya at pinaupo sa sofa katabi si Gemstone. So nasaan na nga ba tayo? I said, arching my brows on Gemstone. It's not my fault, Mama, mariing wika nito. What did I tell you about being violent? I raised my kids right. Lahat ng tamang asal na itinuro sa akin ng aking magulang, ay sinubukan kong i-apply sa triplets. But he kissed my sister. I won't just stand there watch him kiss her. Don't raise your voice on me. Pasigaw kong wika, hurting someone is not right, Gemstone. Not unless he punch you, kick you or what. I'm not saying that protecting your sister is wrong, what I'm telling you is that violence is not right. But Mama, on what way do you want me to punish him for kissing my sister? Should I kiss him too? He said with a sarcastic hint on his voice. Gemstone, I'm your mother, never use that. Hey, relax, Gabriel said, nakakababa lang. Let me handle him, Natasha. Bahala ka. Naiirito kong wika bago hinawakan si Melvin sa kamay, at ginaya upang makapag-usap ang mag-ama. I sighed and sit on the staircase katabi si Melvin. I'm sorry if I kiss Sapphire. Agad akong nagangat ng tingin. This is the first time he talked. I can't help it, she's just too cute. I chuckled bago guluhin ang medyo kulot na buhok ni Melvin. I understand, but you also have to understand that you were still a kids. Please promise me not to do it again. So when I grow up, I can kiss her. Mas lalo pa akong natawa, at mahigpit siyang niyakap. That is not how it works, young man. You can only kiss a woman if you love her. And you're in a relationship with her. You can't just kiss any girl out there, just because she's cute, papaliwanag ko. Okay, he said. Are you taking me in that orphanage? May lungkot na bahid sa tinig nito. Maski ang kanyang mga mata, ay may kislap ng takot at lungkot. Do you want to? Balik tanong ko. Marahan na umiling si Melvin. Sino ba namang bata ang gusto mapunta sa orphanage, just because his relatives doesn't want them in? That's clearly nonsense. Maybe there is something I can do with them. Do you want to stay here with us? Melvin sighed before slowly nod. I don't want to be alone, he said and looked away. I'm scared. Okay, go upstairs first. I will sort things out, I said. Mabilis naman na tumungo si Melvin, at tumakbo paakyat ng hagdan. I sighed and brushed my hair nang makita ko si Gemstone na nakayukong naglalakad palapit sa akin. I'm sorry, Mama, he said and wiped his tears away. I didn't mean to be rude. Agad naman akong ngumiti, at niyakap si Gemstone na umiiyak. I wiped his tears away and kissed his forehead. Mama is not mad anymore, baby, I said, sorry accepted. Really? He said, kaya tumungo-tango ako. Really? Wika ko bago siya kiniliti. I just want to know, do you mind Melvin staying in our house? I mean, he's an orphan now, son. You see, Mama's childhood was just like Melvin's childhood. I became an orphan at the age of 15. I have no one. He can stay, Mama, Gemstone said, cutting my words off. I don't mind it at all. I sighed in relief and hugged him. Ano kaya nakain ng batang ito, at madaling pakiusapan? Old man is good in talking. I chuckled and nodded, bago siya inutusan na umakyat dahil pupuntahan ko pa si Gabriel. Hey, I said and sit on the couch beside him. May ilang pulgada din ang layo namin sa isa't isa. Ang kaso lang, Gabriel will be Gabriel, dahil talagang lumapit pa ito ng upo sa aking tabi, at nagsumiksik. Hi, he cheerfully said, how's the kid? Melvin seemed so sad. Kahit sino naman ay malulungkot sa nangyari, he's too young to lose his parents. Pero nangyari na. I'm actually thinking of adopting him, I said. Sure ka na ba? Sure na ba ako? 100% sure, Melvin is a sweet kid. Nakikita ko iyon sa kanya, natatabunan lang ng lungkot, dahil nagluluksa pa siya. His relatives are heartless. How can do that into a little kid? Bakit parang mananapak ka na? Natatawang wika ni Gabriel. I'm just teased. Napakawalang puso ng tiyuhin niya. Wala talagang puso. Baka wala ring bituka. Ang sarap nilang kutusan. My baby is mad, bulong ni Gabriel na nagpatindig ng balahibo ko. Paano ba naman ramdam na ramdam ko yung hininga niya sa batok ko? Anong baby? Naiilang kong wika, at pasimpleng umusad palayo, pero makulat si Gabriel, dahil kinabig niya ang bewang ko palapit sa kanya. What? He innocently asked and smiled. Mas lalo tuloy nagrambulan ang mga paro-paro sa tiyan ko, na tila gusto nang makawala. My heart beats erratically fast. When Gabriel slowly moved his face to mine. Gabriel but my words were cut off, when his lips landed into mine. It was a soft kiss but it sent something into my heart. Tila na-hypnotize mo ako sa halik ni Gabriel, dahil hindi ko na namalayan na tumutugon na ako sa kanyang halik. His kisses were soft, pero nang maglaon ay mas lalong lumalim ang kanyang halik. My hands automatically went to his neck not to stop him but to also deepen the kiss we shared. I love you Natasha, he whispered in between our kisses, I want you. Pero wala akong naintindihan sa kanyang mga sinasabi. His kisses went down to my neck kissing, and licking to my exposed neck. Naramdaman ko na lang ang paglapat ng likuran ko sa soft. Until a sounds escaped my lips. His hand started to wander on my body, until he reached my chest at sa pagdilat ko ay tila kinapos ako ng hininga, nang makita ang ibang lalaki. His smirking while looking at me. It was so magical, pero napalitan iyon ng isang bangungot. Get off me! Malakas kong sigaw bago siya itulak, don't touch me. My body is shivering in fear as those face, I want to forget showed in my head. Stay away, I said at mabilis na tumayo, at tumakbo palayo, pero bago pa man tuluyang makalayo, ay may humawak na sa wrist ko, dahilan upang mas lalo akong kabahan, no please don't. I'm sorry, I heard him whispered, and hug my shivering body, it's me baby. But it's no use. I started panicking until I felt myself getting numb. Nahihirapan na akong huminga, hanggang sa hindi ko na alam ang nangyari and I lost my consciousness. Is mama gonna be okay daddy? Umiiyak na wika ni Sapphire, habang nakadukdok ang ulo sa dibdib ng kanyang ama. Gabriel sighed and caressed her baby's hair. He can saw the horror in Natasha's eyes. It's all my fault, his mind said torturing him. Kung gumawa lang sana siya ng paraan. Natasha won't suffer like that. But he's imbecile and worthless. Why don't you go to your room? Si daddy na ang bahala kay mama, pangungumbinsi niya sa anak. Sapphire insists to stay with him. Pero lagpas na ang bedtime nito. Okay daddy, Sapphire did defeated. Good night. Gabriel smiled and kissed his princess cheeks. Nang makalabas ang anak sa pinto, ay binigay niya ang buong atensyon kay Natasha. He sighed and looked at Natasha who's peacefully sleeping. Maingat siyang naupo sa gilid ng kama, at marahang hinaplos ang mukha ng dalaga. Still beautiful. That is what his mind said. 6 years had passed but Natasha is just the same. A beauty that everyone desire. Halos lahat ng lalaking magtatangkang manligaw sa dalaga, ay hinaharang niya. He wants her just for him, pero hindi pwede. Kung naipaglaban lang kita, he said and slowly took Natasha's hand. And kissed it. I should have fight for our love back then. He said at inayos ang hibla ng buhok, na tumatabing sa mukha ng dalagang natutulog. The night when he broke her heart, it is also the night that he chose Natasha's happiness, rather than him. I'm sorry that I choose to love you from afar my queen. What happened Easton, that's not true hindi magagawa ni Gabriel at Natasha yang sinasabi mo. But they already did. Galit na sigaw ni Easton sa asawang umiiyak. He saw it with his own eyes, nakita niya kung paano pumuslit si Gabriel sa silid ni Natasha. He was about to drink when he noticed someone, and that is his son. Kaya sinubaybayan niya ang bawat galaw ng dalawa, and confirmed their relationship. Dad, Gabriel said, kakarating lang nito. Pinapatawag mo daw ako. Pero hindi na natapos ni Gabriel ang sasabihin, nang sampulin siya ng kanyang ama. Even her mother was shocked. "We give everything to you." Easton roared in anger as he saw his son. "Natasha is your sister, Gabriel." Mas lalo pang nanlaki ang kanyang mata sa narinig. "What are you? Stop lying." Galit na sigaw nito. "I saw you." Gabriel gulped. Kinakabahan siya, hindi para sa sarili kung hindi para sa dalaga. "I love her, Dad." "Love? Anong alam mo sa pag-ibig?" Gabriel has been a playboy since high school. Natasha might not be his real daughter. But he loves her as his own child. Ito na lang ang natitirang alaala ng yumaong kaibigan sa kanya. "Mahal ko si Natasha, Dad." Mariin niyang wika at naikuyom ang kamao. "You imbecile." Galit na wika ni Easton at susugurin sana ang kanyang anak, nang iharang ng kanyang asawa ang katawan nito. "Don't hurt my son." Wika ni Margaret. She won't allow him to touch her son. Nagkamali sila. "Oh. Pero huwag na huwag mong sasaktan ang anak ko." Easton massaged his temple, at pabalyang naupo sa sofa. Although her wants to beat out of his son, he can't. Especially because of his wife. "Hiwalayan mo si Natasha." Mariin niyang utos. "I can't." Sagot naman ni Gabriel, habang nakatingin sa nagbabagang mata ng kanyang ama. "I love her. I want her more than anything else." "Then choose." Sigaw ni Easton, pinipigilan lang niya ang sarili. "Dahil kay Margaret, you choose to stay away from her. Or I will make Natasha move out of the house. And study in England." "Your choice, Gabriel." "Dad, you can't do that." Alam mong ayaw niyang umalis. Alam mong takot siyang mag-isa. Kung ayaw mong lumayo kay Natasha. Ako mismo ang maglalayo sa inyong dalawa. "Dad, please," Gabriel pleaded, hindi niya yata kakayanin na lumayo kay Natasha. Mahal niya ang dalaga, dahan-dahan siyang lumuhod sa harap ng ama, na ikinasinghap ng kanyang mga magulang. "Don't take her away. He's crying." Wala siyang pakialam, kung magmukha siyang kawawa at talunan. "Natasha matters more than his pride." "Gabriel, tumayo ka dyan," naiiyak na wika ni Margaret, at sinubukang itayo ang anak pero matigas ito. "Don't take her away," he said, still crying. "I love her, Dad. You can't do this." "Then choose, Gabriel." Malamig na wika ni Easton, he really thinks it's the best. Masyado pang bata ang dalawa. "She is your sister, son." "She is not my sister." Mariing wika ni Gabriel. "She will be. I will be processing my adoption to her." "Dad, please, don't do this to us." Gabriel said. Hindi niya kaya, iniisip pa lang niya, ay nasasaktan na siya. "I'm doing what's best, Gabriel. I'm afraid." Agad na nag-angat ng tingin si Natasha, sa binatang nakatingin din sa kanya. "Why?" she said and cupped his face. "Are you alright?" Mabilis na umayos ng upo si Gabriel, at hinawakan ang kamay ng dalaga. Hindi niya alam kung sasabihin ba niya dito ang kanyang kinatatakutan, o sasarilinin na lang niya. But in the end he chose to keep it himself. "Natasha, I love you." Halos maglulukso ang kanyang puso sa sinabi ng binata. Ang tagal na niyang hinihintay ito. Kay tagal niyang ninais na marinig ito sa binata, and she finally heard it. "I love you too," she said at dumukwang ng halik sa binata. "What are you afraid of?" Pero hindi sumagot si Gabriel, at nanatiling nakatingin sa kanilang kamay na magkahilig. "Nothing," he said unsure. Hindi na pinansin ni Natasha ang binata. Kahit na alam niyang may pinagdadaanan ito, kilala niya si Gabriel, hindi niya ito mapipilit na magsalita. "Matulog na tayo." Nang makalabas ng silid ng dalagang natutulog, ay mabilis niyang pinunasan ang mga luha na patuloy na umaagos sa kanyang mata. He can't hurt her. Hindi niya kaya. "You did the right choice, Gabriel." Wika ni Easton na nasa likuran na pala niya. "I did it for her." Malamig niyang wika, "Not for you." End of flashback. Dahan-daang iminulat ni Natasha ang kanyang mata. She doesn't remember a thing. Ano nga ba ang nangyari? She sighed and was about to climb off the bed, nang maramdaman niya ang bigat sa kanyang tiyan. Her heart beats erratically fast, when she saw Gabriel sleeping peacefully beside her. Nakadagan ang kamay ni Gabriel sa kanyang tiyan, hugging her. "What the?" she whispered, until she realized what really happened. Muntik nang may mangyari sa kanila ni Gabriel. Dahan-dahan niyang tinanggal ang pagkapulupot ng kamay nito sa kanyang bewang. Not wanting Gabriel to wake up. Ang bigat, she said. Tili niya nang haltaken siya ni Gabriel pabalik sa higaan. Good morning, Gabriel said with his bedroom voice. And slowly opened his eyes to greet Natasha's beautiful face. Morning, Natasha awkwardly said, dahil nakayakap talaga sa kanya ang binata. Nanlaki na lang ang mata niya, nang dumampi ang labi ni Gabriel sa kanyang labi, making him smile even more. You're beautiful while you're blushing. Mabilis pa sa 4:00 siyang tumayo, at umalis sa kama. Nakakahiya. Tumayo ka na dyan, Natasha said and immediately walked to her bathroom. Narinig na niya pa ang pagtawa ng binata, pero hindi niya na ito pinansin. Matapos makapaligo ay lumabas siyang nakatapis lang, dahil wala naman siyang dalang damit pagpasok sa banyo. Siguro naman lumabas na siya. She said and slowly walked toward her bedroom. Nakahinga lang siya ng maluwag nang makitang wala ng tao. Kaya't hinayaan na niyang bumagsak sa sahig ang tuwalya, at naglakad sa cabinet, para kumuha ng damit. Should I wear this one? She said at tinitigan ang pencil skirt na black, at peach na blouse na hawak. You are better off without dress. Tila nabingi siya nang marinig ang tinig ni Gabriel. So she slowly turned around, and saw him feasting his eyes on her body. Manyak! Sigaw niya at mabilis na tumalon sa kama, at binalot ang katawan ng kumot. Bakit nandito ka pa? I'm cleaning, Gabriel simply said and smirked. Cleaning? Manyak ka talaga. Hey, don't call me that. Ikaw kaya ang kusang naghubad sa harap ko. Okay, fine. Gabriel said, defeated nang batuhin siya ni Natasha ng unan. Lalabas na sana siya nang muli siyang sumulyap sa dalagang pulang-pula ang mukha. Niece. Labas. Good morning mama, Sapphire said nang makaupo si Natasha sa hapagkainan. How are you? I'm good baby, Natasha said and kissed her forehead. Good morning mama, sigaw ni Gemstone at yamakap sa ina. Good morning too, Natasha said. Agad siyang lumingon nang makita si Amber na kasama si Melvin, kaya't napangiti siya. Morning mama, Amber said and kissed her cheek, bago naupo sa tabi ni Sapphire. Good morning po, nakayukong wika ni Melvin at nanatiling nakatayo. Melvin, take your seat, Natasha said pero hindi gumalaw si Melvin. Tatayo na sana siya para aasikasuhin ito, nang maunahan siya ni Gemstone at hinaltak si Melvin paupo sa kanyang tabi. Natasha smiled. Nasaan pala si daddy niyo? I'm here baby, nagulat pa siya. Nang maramdaman ang pagdampong labi ni Gabriel sa kanyang pisngi. Ang cute pa nito sa suot na pink na apron. Sweet, Sapphire said na ikinapula ng mukha niya. Gabriel chose to sit by her side, kaya't nailang siya. Matapos sandukan ng mga bata, ay magsasandok na sana siya nang unahan siya ni Gabriel. Let me, he said kaya't inirapan niya na lang ito. Pero hindi niya mapigilan ang mapangiti sa pinakita ng binata. Matapos kumain ay kanya-kanyang takbo na ang mga bata sa garahe, ganoon rin si Melvin. Natasha and Gabriel bring them to school, bago hinatid ni Gabriel sa kanyang trio-wear office. Salamat, she said at nagtanggal ng seatbelt, ingat ka. Gabriel smiled, kaya't bababa na sana siya ng sasakyan nang haltaken siya nito para sa isang halik. Take care, Gabriel said and winked, kaya't para siyang robot na bumaba sa sasakyan nito. Sunduin kita mamaya. Hindi na siya nakasagot, nang mabilis na pinaandar ni Gabriel ang sasakyan palayo. She doesn't want to smile. But her lips seems to have a mind that it smile, while looking at Gabriel's car. Natasha, agad siyang napalingon, nang marinig ang tinig ni Gio mula sa kanyang likuran. Gio, nauutal niyang wika. What are you doing here? Her eyes traveled down to his body, down to his hand. Bought this for you, he said with a hint of sadness in his voice. Can we talk? Hindi makatingin si Natasha sa binatang nakatungo. Gio is holding a cup of coffee in his hands, while she was just looking at him. I have been busy, Gio said and smiled. How are you? Tipid na ngumiti si Natasha sa binata, para siyang bata na nahuli ng ina, na may ginagawang kalukuhan. Mabuting tao si Gio, he's always there for her. But she took him for granted. I'm fine, she said. Gio, please stop being nice. Mas lalo siyang nagigilty sa hindi niya lamang kadahilanan. I can't do that, Natasha, he whispered and plastered a smile on his lips. I will accept it whatever your decision is. Natasha sighed and looked away. Bakit ba hindi niya kasi mapigilan ang sarili, lalo na pagdating kay Gabriel? I'm sorry, naiiyak niyang wika. I can't give you my heart. Gio smiled. Bagsak ang balikat nito, na binitawan ang mug ng kape na hawak sa lamesa, bago tumingin sa dalagang umiiyak. Don't cry, he whispered. Tumango ito at naglakad palapit sa dalagang umiiyak, as long as you're happy, Natasha. Mas lalong bumuhos ang luha ng dalaga sa sinabi ni Gio. I'm sorry, garagal ang boses na wika nito. I'm sorry but I love him. Gio just smiled and wiped Natasha's face. Hindi man siya ang pinili, at least na iparamdam niya sa dalaga kung gaano niya ito kamahal. It's nothing, Gio whispered and slowly moved his face, to kiss Natasha's forehead. You don't have to say sorry, I'm happy that you choose what you want. Kanina pa naghihintay si Natasha kay Gabriel, 5:00 na ata ang usapan nila, ay sasanduan siya nito pero hindi dumating ang binata. Nakapatay din ang phone nito, kaya't nauna na rin siyang umuwi. Bakit di niya sinasagot? She said frowning. Habang nasa taxi ay naiisip pa rin niya si Gio. If she can only teach her heart but she can't, may sarili itong desisyon, at iyon ay ang muling nagbukas para kay Gabriel. She smiled at that thought, pahirapan niya kaya muna ang binata. She chuckled and shrugged that thought off. Hanggang sa makauwi siya sa bahay, ay si Gabriel ang naiisip niya. 4:00 pa lang naman, at mamaya pa ang uwian ng triplets, kaya't dumiretso muna siya sa kanyang silid, para magpahinga pero hindi na niya namalayan na nakatulog na pala siya. Gabriel is walking towards the kids' main gate, ang sabi ng principal, ay kailangan na makausap nila ang isa sa kanila ni Natasha, pero hindi raw sumasagot ang dalaga. He clenched his teeth as he walked towards the gate. He saw how they talk. She even let him touch her, pero sa kanya ay ilag na ilag ang dalaga. Dapat ay susunduan niya ito, at sabay silang susundo sa 4 na bata, pero hindi na niya sinagot muli ang tawag nito. He's pissed, jealous and scared, hindi mabura sa isip niya ang dalawa, he wants to but he can't. Mr. Mondragon, I'm glad you came, Gabriel just nod and sit in front of the woman's table. What is it you want to talk about? Wala siya sa mood, pero kailangan siya ng mga anak. Napansin siguro iyon ng principal. Kaya't tumikim ito. Miss Laika transferred into another school, kahapon niyo sana mamit ang bagong advisor ng 3, pero we had a little discussion with your son and Melvin Gomez, so Miss Chen don't have the chance to introduce herself. Tahimik lang na nakikinig si Gabriel sa babae. Ni ayaw ngang absorb ng utak niya ang sinasabi nito. Come in, the principal said nang makarinig sila ng pagkakatok mula sa labas. The principal stand on her chair, and smile. This is Mr. Mondragon. You didn't have the chance to meet him, and his wife yesterday because of some issues, right? Yes ma'am, the woman sweetly said, pero hindi yun naging maganda sa pandinig ni Gabriel. His heart beats erratically fast, as he heard Da's familiar voice. He slowly stood on his foot and faced the triplets' new advisor. Trina Chen, Mr. Mondragon, the woman said, inilahad pa nito ang kamay at matamis na ngumiti sa kaharap. I'm really glad to see you. Trina, Gabriel whispered gritting his teeth. What are you doing here? Gabriel said gritting his teeth, mahigpit ang pagkakahawak niya sa braso ng dalagang nakangiti sa kanya. I'm new here. Anong masama roon? Trina said still smiling, don't you miss me babe. Stop this act Trina, sa oras na may mangyari sa mga anak ko. What? She said mockingly, anong gagawin mo? Gabriel smirked bago mas idiin ang pagkakahawak sa braso nito. Alam niyang nakalabas na ng asylum si Trina. He had her monitored, pero hindi niya alam na dito pa sila magtatagpo ng dalaga. Katahimikan ang namayani sa kanila. Trina is just looking at his dark brooding eyes, before she chuckled. And it slowly turned into laughter. Don't worry, I won't do any crazy stuff, she said and innocently smiled. Why are you doing this Trina? Galit na wika ni Gabriel, kaya't nawala ng emosyon ang mukha ng dalaga, bago sa pilitang kalasin ang kamay ni Gabriel na nakahawak sa braso niya. You turned me into monster, Gabriel. You made me do mad stuff like this. Ikaw ang may kasalanan kung bakit ganito ako. Stop blaming me, Trina, Gabriel said bago tumalikod at maglalakad na sana palayo, nang muling magsalita ang dalaga. You are partly to blame. All I did was to love you. But you use me. I never use you. Mariing wika ni Gabriel bago siya muling harapin. You throw yourself to me. You know that I loved her, but you insist on letting me use you to forget about her. Dahil mahal kita, akala ko mamahalin mo rin ako. Pero hindi. You should blame yourself, not me. In the beginning you already know that I only loved one woman. That is Natasha and not you. Don't blame me for the mess you put yourselves in. You know that all I can offer to you is friendship. Bakit ba puro? Pero hindi na nito natapos ang sasabihin ng tumunog na ang bell, at magsimula ng magtakbuhan palabas ang mga bata. Daddy, sigaw Miss Sapphire at mabilis na tumakbo sa kanyang ama, upang yamakap. Hello Teacher Trina. Trina's face is still cold but she smiled to her. Hello, simpleng wika niya bago naglakad palayo.